Hi, I'm Steve Maher. I'm the Ergonomics guy, and I go out and I help people work more comfortably and productively in their workstation. And I'm always looking for new equipment to help people do that. And what I've been seeing much more of lately is people want to stand in the workstation. We're just sitting and static way too much. And so I want to show you this. This is the Flexispot. It's a desk conversion unit, and what it does is it allows you to easily go from sitting to standing in the workstation. So what it is, it's just two platforms here. There's a hydraulic lift in the center, and when you want to stand, there's a handle here. You just pull the handle and it just magically comes up to standing level, which is actually really cool. So you bring the keyboard up to about belly button level, so it keeps your wrists nice and straight. The monitor comes up to about eye level. This is a little bit low for me, but I look at the keys when I type. So if I had this all the way up at eye level, it'd be a little bit harder for me to see, and I'd be a bit of a bobblehead. But there are some things that are really nice about this. Is one, it's so simple to raise up and down. There's just this one lever on the side. You just give it a little bit of a push and it will slide down and back up, and it will stay exactly where you want. So it's actually really nice that way. The other thing that I like about it is this surface is so much deeper than a lot of the other ones that we see. A lot of times what happens is you get a fairly large monitor and the distance from the keyboard to the monitor is fixed, and so you're working just too close and there's not that distance. So a lot of the other units out there, the keyboard is about here. The relationship is about like this. So you're sitting very close, so you just feel like you're in the front row of the theater. And what's so nice about this surface is it's really big and you can push it back so that you get that visual distance to make it more comfortable. The other thing that's really cool is because this surface is so deep, you can use it as your primary surface. So you can take your keyboard, if your cord is long enough, put it up here, and same with your mouse. And they have two little quick releases under here, just like on your bicycle. And this whole keyboard platform piece pops out. And so if you take that off, now you can use this surface as your writing surface. So one of the big complaints with these units is the keyboard tray is always out and it's in the way, and it just kind of, you can't write, you can't use your desk, and that's really awkward. And what they've done at Flexispot is they've made this piece removable. So you pull that out, and now I have all this space. I can take notes, I can rest and think, I can push my keyboard away and lean if I want to. So there's a lot more flexibility built in because it's so much bigger, and we can pop off the keyboard platform. The other thing that's really cool here is it does just slide back in. There's two little spots right there. And of course I can't do it. There it goes. It's actually pretty easy. It just slides in, and then you lock those quick locks. The keyboard platform here is pretty cool too. It's nice and wide so that I can fit my keyboard, and there's space for the mouse right here. I can slide the keyboard over and I can mouse on the left if I want to. And the other thing that they've done that's kind of cool is under here there's these two little buttons that you can turn, and what that does is it changes the angle of the keyboard platform. And so now it's got a little bit of a negative tilt, and that's really advantageous because now I can keep my wrists in a nice neutral position headed downhill when I'm typing. So that's a really cool feature too, and if that's too much or I don't like it, then I just flip those little guys down and the platform comes flat again, like this. There is a built-in wrist rest right along this front edge. It's just a little rubber strip. I think it mostly keeps things from falling off. And if you wanted to, you could just pop that off and get a wrist rest like this one we happen to have here, which is kind of full of buckwheat or something. But there's enough space for you to put the keyboard and a wrist rest right here, or if you had a natural keyboard or something with more shape to it that takes up a little bit more depth, you could certainly put that right here too. And so that is a pretty nice addition so that it keeps your wrist nice and protected. The other thing that's cool about this is that it does come down to desk level. So you just slide the whole thing down, you sit down in a good neutral posture, relax your shoulders, bend your elbows about 90 degrees, right? And the keyboard should be just about fingertip level. So for me, this is actually really nice. So the monitor's about eye level, the keyboard's about elbow level, and I'm good to go. If though this is a little bit too high, what I can do again is just pop off the keyboard platform right here. Move it out of the way, right? And then, and we see a lot of companies do this, then I can use my standard keyboard tray down here to get this really low. So the thing about these units is they go from the desk level up. And the problem that we see is that we can't get low enough with a lot of them. And so what they've done is they've allowed you to take off that keyboard platform, and then you can use a standard keyboard tray underneath the desk where you can set the height and the tilt to exactly where you want. So now when you're sitting, you can stay in that really good neutral position right here. And again, you have all this desk space. So if you do have a inline document holder, you can use it right here. If you wanted to write, you can slide in a little bit. So there's a lot of flexibility with this unit, and I really like the ability to take off the keyboard platform and then use this tray. So check it out. It's a Flexispot. It's a really cool desk conversion unit. If you have any questions about if this would work for you or how to set up your workstation, please contact us at theergonomicsguy.com or send us an email at sitesolutions@hotmail.com. And definitely check out the Flexispot desk conversion units. They're a pretty cool way to get up into standing. Thank you very much.